Hey everybody, welcome to Shooting Gear Reviews, straight up guns and gear reviews. Today we're checking out something that's not an air gun, but it's a very cool way to get your air guns filled back up, and by that I mean a HPA pump, something that every air gunner is going to need once you go PCP. Today we are taking a look at the Omega Trail Charger. Stay tuned and check it out. So here's basically what you get when you get the Omega Trail Charger. You get the Trail Charger itself and the inverter right here. It comes with some tools, instructions, some grease for the refill there on the grease pot, but basically this is what you really care about are these two items here. So this is all you have to take with you if you're going mobile, that is with a vehicle, a car, truck, something like that. You just take this and connect those right there up to your battery, and that's all you need to run it. Now if you want to run the unit at home, that's where this inverter comes in handy. Plug that into a wall outlet, connect the unit up to the inverter, and you can run it right there at home. So in my mind, that kind of makes this a really awesome all-around solution for someone who is looking for a way to fill their PCP, and you're maybe considering getting a tank, or maybe you're considering some of the other options similar to this. I think this is really pretty cool because you can kind of bypass the tank. You can just use this and fill your air gun straight off of this and keep it simple. So just another couple of cool things about the unit itself right here. One is how the fill hose is attached is on this swiveling sort of an attachment, which makes it really awesome for being able to use this thing in any number of configurations wherever your air gun might be. You're not having to get that torqued at any strange angle, so I like that attachment. It feels really solid. I like how it makes it so that you can wind it up right there on the side. Very handy for when you're taking it portable. The unit can be operated, as you see right here, vertical, or you can flip it down on its side and operate it that way, which is pretty awesome for when you are operating on the go, you know, on the front of your truck or something. You don't have to be worried that it's going to teeter over. You can lay it down flat like that and it's nice and stable. One thing to consider with the Omega Trail Charger is that it does take water to cool. It's water cooled. And it also has a refillable grease pot with a little knob on it that you have to turn 4 turns, I guess, every 4 hours. Something like that is what I believe I read in the manual. But in other words, it does take just a little teensy bit of maintenance to keep this thing obviously running tip-top. But it's going to be that way with any air compressor. And I feel that the fact that it does have the water cooled and the grease pot, probably you're going to get better longevity before having to actually take it all the way apart and do some sort of internal rebuilding or something like along those lines. So I actually like those two features about it. I think it'll help the machine to last longer. All the controls are located up on the front here. So obviously after you get it powered up with either the inverter or off of your car battery, you're going to flip the on switch right there to on. That sort of powers up the unit as a whole, gets the cooling system going. Then what you go ahead and do is you hit the start button right there. It's going to start up. I like to leave the bleed valve open until after I do that, make sure everything's running right, and then tighten that bleed valve down. Let it fill up your air gun. There's a automatic stop, which you can use via the gauge up on the top, or you can stop it at your own discretion by hitting the stop button. Did I get that right? Yep, stop button right there. The unit will stop. You bleed the bleed valve, disconnect your air rifle, good to go. So that's the operation, very simple. Now, they say that this can fill a small carbon fiber bottle. I would try filling a small pony bottle or something like that, maybe even, but definitely it's not going to fill your big carbon fiber bottles or your big scuba tanks. At least I would for sure not recommend that in any way. So really this is just intended for directly filling your air rifle. That said, obviously it takes a few minutes to get a rifle full. Exactly how long? Well, I wanted you guys to know, so I tested it on a couple of different air rifles. The first was the RTI Profit. This has a pretty big carbon fiber air cylinder, and I was only at 150 bar when I started. Took just a little bit over 11 minutes to get it filled all the way back up. The next that I timed was the AEA HP SS Max in 35 cal, and this did not take quite as much time. It was just maybe almost 7 minutes that it took to get it filled back up, just a little bit less than 7, I guess, actually. But it obviously has a little bit smaller volume of air. So there you go, that'll give you a little idea as far as how long it takes to fill an air gun back up. Now, I've seen a lot of these different direct fill solutions, or even some people are using them to fill bottles, but whatever they are, these smaller, more affordable air compressors, there have been a lot of them coming out over the last few years. Just as air guns have been advancing, so have the fill solutions. Having seen a lot of them personally, can say that I believe this is a unit of just maybe slightly higher quality. You're actually pretty sure it's of considerable higher quality than some of the other options. And definitely you get what you pay for. So I know there's going to be those of you out there that say, wow, that thing's really expensive. But you got to trust someone who's seen a lot of these units to tell you that this is, and it feels, higher quality. I feel like this is going to last longer and be more worry-free than some of the other lower cost options. So there you have it. I'm going to leave that right there. Let you guys know that I appreciate you also spending your time with me on this video. I know it's not as fun as maybe some of the airgun videos, obviously, where we're blowing stuff up and shooting, having a whole bunch of fun, but I think it's important that we take time to address how we're going to fill our air guns up, and I think that this unit right here really does an awesome job at that. So I wanted to throw that out there for you all today, but that is it. That's it for this one. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Ben. I'm, I guess, indoors, having a whole lot of fun talking about an air gun fill solution. I hope you guys are living your lives to the fullest. That's it for this one. See you guys next video.